is a judge that should be disbarred.
Well, this is off to a great start.
I was going to come out and say that, as you know, we're not entitled to a jury, which is pretty unusual in the United States of America, so you think it's very unfair that I don't have a jury, but...
No, that would be because your attorney, you know, the one trying to stick her head in the frame behind you, failed to tick a box. Now, if only there was someone on Fox willing to cut into this incoherent rambling and say something.
But it seemed that she forgot, or just, I don't know what happened, to check the box saying that they wanted a jury trial. And then Donald Trump is complaining to the cameras and on Truth Social that it is un-American to have a trial without a jury when his own crackpot team asked for that.
Damn! Come on, you knew it was coming. Today marks the beginning of Trump's civil fraud trial in New York, and it got off to a splendid start. He, of course, continued his impressive record of insulting and berating the very people in charge of prosecuting him.
This is a judge that should be disbarred. This is a judge that should be out of office. This is a judge that some people say could be charged criminally for what he's doing. He's interfering with an election, and it's a disgrace. Thank you very much.
Mr. Trump, why do you want to be here?
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it works out. Before complaining that they won't receive a jury trial. Now, according to reports, this was a result of an oversight by Trump's attorneys who failed to submit the routine demand for jury trial and did not check the requisite boxes on the form. But as expected, on Fox, facts don't matter to 4 out of the 5 on the 5.
Though, that there were Republican congressmen like this Barry Loudermilk from Georgia who was giving tours to January 6th insurrectionists the day before.
That was a hoax.
Oh, I get it. All right, everything I say is a hoax.
Confinement. That was debunked, Jessica.
No,
we gotta
it
go,
wasn't.
though. Well, I debunked it, and it's been debunked. Coming up.
They just want to present their precious cult leader as the victim, which is what they've been doing for the past 5 years or so.
This is overkill. This is political germ warfare.
Sean, this indictment is the legal equivalent of the French guillotine.
A political war crime. It's an atrocity. Enough is enough.
But when Jessica Tarlov is on the panel, the scapegoating doesn't always go to plan.
Donald Trump campaigned in 2015 and 2016 over doing things like this. He told everybody, I'm the guy that can fix the code because I'm the one that knows every loophole, and I've been taking advantage of them. So we all knew this was happening. To the Mar-a-Lago point, and down the street, there's this $53 million home, but it is a private home, whereas Mar-a-Lago is registered, and for good reason, because it's a club where you can go and party and you can stay as an income-producing club, which is taxed and treated differently. This also isn't the appraisal of just the county commissioner or whatever. This is what the Trump organization said it was worth. In 2020, they self-reported that it was worth $27 million. And now he's going around screaming that they're framing him. Then your own company framed you. It also seems that he doesn't, and this has happened to him before, have a top-notch legal team with him. He has the one lawyer who he had to pay in advance because he stiffs everybody. And then he has Alina Habba, who gives a great cable news hit, and she's been on Jesse's show a bunch of times. But it seemed that she forgot, or just, I don't know what happened, to check the box saying that they wanted a jury trial. And then Donald Trump is complaining to the cameras and on Truth Social that it is un-American to have a trial without a jury when his own crackpot team asked for that.
Can I point out one thing?
Sure.
The sketch artist loves Trump.
It is incredible.
This comes merely a week after the Midas Mighty fan favourite delivered a scathing takedown of Donald Trump after her co-hosts tried to present Joe Biden as too incoherent and old to run for president. Meanwhile, their candidate thinks that he beat Obama in 2016 and that Jeb Bush led us into the Iraq War.
It's less than 4 months before the season starts. We start in Iowa, we go to New Hampshire, we come down here. You know, the beauty was when I came here, everyone thought Bush was going to win. And then they took a poll and they found out Trump was up by about 50 points. Everyone said, what's going on right here? They thought Bush, because Bush supposedly was a military person. Great. You know what he was a military? He got us into the Middle East. How did that work out, right? But they all thought that Bush might win. Jeb. Remember Jeb?
Based on what other world leaders and people in other countries think of America. But you said, okay, you don't need to watch him. Let's just hear what comes out of his mouth. And I put together some of Trump's latest cognitive beauties from the last 10 days. He said you need an ID to buy bread. Has anyone shown ID to get Wonder Bread lately? He said that he ran against Obama in 2016. He ran against Hillary Clinton. He warned that Biden will get us into World War II, which I'm pretty sure we already fought and won. And yesterday, he confused Jeb Bush and George W. Bush and said that Jeb got us involved in the Middle East. And then, of course, there are his authoritarian posts on Truth Social calling for the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to be executed and saying that he's going to investigate media companies that he doesn't like. You know, and can you imagine if Biden said, you know what, I'm going to look into that Fox News. They don't seem to like me over there.
This may be the choice that people have.
To the lack of access, this guy is a walking stand-in, and he can't even stand. And he's about this close to falling down again. And that's how scared they are.
I would just say today he was standing upright on the picket line with the auto workers, right? And tomorrow, Trump will be showing up at a non-union plant in Michigan. He was not invited by the union to come and speak. Yeah.
Another Trump trial means more shame brought into the highest office in the land, and not a shred of integrity from neither Republicans or his followers alike. We would rather hold sham impeachment hearings and turn a blind eye to 91 indictments and counting.
President of the United States has committed. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. 7 counts related to obstructing the investigation, 3 false statements, 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States, falsifying business records, conspiracy to defraud the United States, 2 counts related to efforts to obstruct the vote certification proceedings, 1 count of conspiracy to violate civil rights, 23 counts related to forgery or false document statements, 8 counts related to soliciting, and I could go on because he's got 91 counts pending right now. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States, and I will yield.
Hey Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.